What is going on, guys? We are back for episode number 9 of our Pokemon Platinum Generationlocke. And in the last episode, guys, we made it here to Celestia Town. I have leveled everybody up to level 40. The level cap is level 41, so I may be cutting it a little close, but it's okay. We have Gabite with the Dragon Fang, rocking out with Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Flamethrower, and Rock Tomb. We'll be able to get a Rock Slide here, hopefully someday soon. Then we have our Gyarados with Aqua Tail, Ice Fang, Bite, and Rain Dance. We're still looking for Crunch and probably Dragon Dance, and then we'll be good there. I can probably even try to get rid of the Black classes for them better. We do have our Spirit Tomb that we're waiting on Dark Pulse, but we have Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Faint Attack with Nasty Plot on there, so we actually do have things going that way. Magazone has Thunderbolt, Discharge, Hidden Power, Fire, and Thunder Wave. We do get Flash Cannon from the next gym, so that will be replacing Discharge, possibly, and maybe Thunderbolt. Haven't really decided. I think Thunderbolt's the better move, but it is what it is. Venusaur, we have to pick up Giga Drain, and we have to get other things that we need, but Giga Drain is really important because we did get the Big Root, so we should be able to go get Giga Drain once we get Surf. And then we'll be able to do a couple other things. So I believe we have to like fly down to like Route 209 for Giga Drain. Astoria City, I think, has water, like Mystic Water for Gyarados. There's a couple other things that we can go pick up. I've been trying to figure everything out. I have a list of things. We don't really need Water Pulse, like that's not important. Valley Windworks just has like an extra copy of Thunderbolt. Eternus City is a Moonstone, but none of that's like super important. And then really there's like Fuego Ironworks that you can pick up something from there. Fuego Ironworks would give me another encounter. It would give me a chance at a Magmar, which is kind of cool. Magmar would be like a faster Torkoal, I guess. But really other than that, there's nothing crazy to pick up there. And as far as items go, it's kind of just Flamethrower, but when you leave the Fuego Ironwork, you get the Meadow option, and then that, I believe, you can get the Miracle Seed. So the Miracle Seed is not as good as like the Big Root, for example, but it's a thing. But I don't think there's anything crazy. I think it's really just Pastoria City and Giga Drain and Route 209, and then we'll have everything that we need. Torkoal is rocking out with Flamethrower, Solar Beam, Lava Plume, and Sunny Day. So we pretty much have a full moveset for Torkoal now. Yeah, so that's pretty much Torkoal's moveset. Single target attack, double target attack, Solar Beam with the Sun. Get a boost there, and that's what we need. So without further ado, let's stop wasting time. Let's get in here. We check out this ruin with Cynthia's mom. Mysterious designs cover the whole wall. There are 3 strange things forming a triangle. In the middle of them, a shining sphere. The cave painting seems to be this. There existed beings so powerful they were considered deities of the time. There were 3 Pokemon with the power to match their being. The 3 kept balance with either being as they formed a pyramid. It's an ancient legend of Sinnoh that is still told in Celestia Town. I would like to know more about that legend, if you will. Who might you be? Hello? My name is Cyrus. I want to put an end to pointless strife and hostility. I am seeking the power to create the ideal world. Thus, I want your answer. Okay, no. We're not talking to you. We're just squaring up. Let's go. We're not talking to you, we're just squaring up. Celestia Town, Sneasel. Gabite is not the lead that I wanted. Gabite is not the lead that I wanted here. Okay, let's switch into, probably, what? Torkoal? Torkoal feels like a good switch to me. And then we can probably just... You know what? We're gonna set up Sunny Day, and we're gonna have some fun with it. Flamethrower here. And Torkoal just gets to run through people. Alright. Alright, we're gonna get Surf. That's sick. Was everything alright there? You saw those strange people with the galactic bomb, didn't you? But those Team Galactic people, I thought they were harmless. The bizarre way they dress and their wild claims about making a new universe. I thought it was just silly talk, nothing to take seriously. They're surprisingly more trouble than expected. Trying to monopolize Pokemon just isn't acceptable. By the way, were the ruins fun to explore? If you're interested, there's a library in Canclave City. Alright, Cynthia, the fact that you thought that they weren't really a threat is probably accurate. Except you forgot that Cyrus is absolutely a crazy-ass dude, okay? Okay, we need 2 Pokemon here, so I'm gonna switch out Gyarados, like, super quick. And probably Oracle super quick. And that should give me everything that I need here. So we need to go to... We need Fly. That's gonna go on Starly. We need Surf, which is still unable to be learned. So I think I need to level you up to level 20, right? Fence Curl is a no. I think once you evolve, though, you can learn Surf. I think that's a thing. Rollout, not important. And now you can learn Surf. Perfect. Okay. So that covers that off. And then I guess Starly could have learned Defog as well. I guess that's a thing that could have happened. But let's get here. Fly. We gotta go to Route 209. Okay. 209. I believe it's like down. Wait, what? No, that's Steel Wing. There's nowhere to go down here. Am I just, like, missing something? Oh, no, it's here. Okay, Giga Drain goes straight onto... Venusaur? Okay, so we get to use Giga Drain a little bit more because it's the only move we currently have. So that works in my favor. However, what I will say about it is that only being 60 base power instead of like 80 like in later games is like kind of a bit of a problem, but it's okay. Then we need to fly to Astoria, because we can surf. For the Mystic Water. That's dupes. There's boats just chilling here. Okay, so that'll go on Gyarados. Is there anything else that I think that I need to go for now that we have Surf? I mean, I'm gonna need this in a second anyways. Like, it's not like it's over, but... Alright, that's gonna cover this off. Now, one more thing that I need to figure out. Okay, 219 doesn't have anything. 220 doesn't have anything. 221 has Xizor, has the Focus Bat and the Expert Belt and the Black Belt, but it's only a possible reward and not the reward, which makes me not really want to go for it. Route 218 is going back towards Canclave, but honestly at this point it's really just Canclave, right? Yeah, so we just have to make it to Canclave now, which we can do. Alright, let's get going down here. Did not mean to get into a fight. Dragon Claw this. Dragon Claw this. And then let's go. Thank you. Okay, so now we can run to the Pokemon Center. And now I can drop off... Let me drop off Gyarados. And Torkoal. And then now we have our regular team back together. Heal me up. Okay. I think you have a rival fight on the bridge, right? Like, it's on the bridge. I'm gonna skip all those encounters because they're not really super important. At this point, we pretty much have our team for the most part. So it's really just figuring out this team for a rival. Okay, so leading off with Staraptor makes Magnezone like a pretty decent lead. Magnezone will probably bring in a Heracross or Infernape. I don't really handle Heracross incredibly well, but I would have Gyarados to switch in for sure. So there's that. And same thing, like Infernape, Gyarados is also like a pretty natural switch into that, so I think we're okay. Alright. On the bridge, let's go. And he already has 6 gym badges, so we're good here. We're good here. Alright, Barry, let's go. This is the fight where he starts being a real threat. So Staraptor's here. In the end fight, Staraptor gets close combat, so it is like terrifying. But for right now, I think if we're not gonna get a KO anyways, I want to discharge. And we land the discharge anyways. This probably just KOs regardless. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay, this sends out Infernape. And that should be bringing in Gyarados for me. Okay. So, Brick Break at -1 should not do a lot of damage. And then, honestly, like, I could just set up... I'll just Aqua Tail here. Pick up my KO. Okay. So, I'm assuming this brings in Roserade, just based off of, like, its perceived super effective matchup. Brings in Heracross. Heracross is still not a problem. I'm just gonna Aqua Tail this. I don't really have an amazing switch for Heracross. Technically, it's Torkoal. Okay, there's Floatzel. I mean, if you're just gonna give me your entire team, this Floatzel doesn't have a water move though, or an ice move, so I'm gonna go to Venusaur. Yeah. And then I'll Giga Drain here. Big Roo. There we go. So Big Root gives us a lot of healing back. I think it also works with Leech Seed, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Roserade here's the last mon. I shouldn't really be worried about anything this wants to go for. But I'm gonna actually go to Torkoal here. And yeah, you put me to sleep, which is like kind of sucky, but like it's fine. You're just gonna set up toxic spikes on me, and so like you just wasted your whole turn. So bye-bye. Like, bye-bye? And then I think we're pretty much good to just take on the gym here. Healy is 3 Pokemon, so we have to then plan out this team again. So, 3 Pokemon. So here's the scary part about it. Steelix is a problem. I think the answer is actually these. Like, as much as Hidden Power Fire is good, I can't let Magnezone Earthquake something, you know? So, it's gotta be Gabite. But Gabite is just a terrifying proposition. Gabite's the best answer for Magneton. I'm pretty sure. No, actually Magnezone's the best answer for Magneton. Yeah. And then Bastiodon actually handles... Bastiodon, Gabite handle the other two pretty well. Like, sorry. Bastiodon is handled by a lot of members on our team. Like, honestly, what I'm looking at here is an entire team that could be brought to this match. There are a lot of Pokemon that could be brought to this match. Okay. Nothing... Okay, the Bastiodon has Sturdy. The whole team's really slow, so I do think Magnezone would actually outspeed, and I'd be able to go for Hidden Power. Like, I do think that's a thing. So that feels like it should be brought. After Magneton goes down, Gyarados becomes really, really good. But Stone Edge is really scary. Stone Edge is scary to Torkoal as well. I think, honestly... these two can be dropped. And then it's these 4. I'm not going to have anywhere to set up the sun, though, with Torkoal. And I guess I want speed because of how slow his team is. So I guess Torkoal's the one that gets dropped. And so we're rocking out with this. Yeah, I think that looks the best. I think that looks the strongest. Yeah, this looks the strongest. So let's get through here. I don't know how much this is skippable. We'll put Gabite in the lead. I think I'm Hidden Power Firing in this one. I don't think that I'm going for the other move. And then as far as anything else goes, I don't think I really have an item. Okay, have to fight you. Normal Steelix. Probably Flamethrower, yeah? Okay. Okay, level 41. I'm gonna switch to Gyarados here. Bad switch to Gyarados here. Okay, Hidden Power Fire. And Hidden Power Fire. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, that works. That works out of my favor. Another force fight here. Okay, that took a lot of energy out of Gyarados, but we are fine. And then this is the... Okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, so the plan here right away. We Hidden Power Fire the Magneton. When it goes into Steelix, we go to Gyarados. Gyarados gets the Intimidate drop off, and then starts going for Aqua Tail. I could even set up the Rain if I wanted to. Although it does actually have the ability to set up Sandstorm itself, so maybe that doesn't really work. But it doesn't have Sturdy, so we can just kind of hit it hard. Yeah, I like that plan. Let's go. Oh, that's Ornberg's gym badge. I see. You've defeated my son. But that's no surprise. He still has much to... Damn, son! Where'd you find this? I'm just kidding. Talking shit about your kid, though, when I'm about to smack you up, though, is not the play that you really want to be making to me, though. Alright. Alright, so here I Hidden Power Fire. It actually just one-shots, which is great. This brings in Steelix. Where I go to Gyarados. Intimidate drop. Goes for Earthquake, misses. I set up the Rain. He might actually think to set up the Sand because it's like, yeah. Okay, with the Rain up and an Aqua Tail, one-shot Steelix pretty easily with 200 base defense. Unbelievable. And then we have Bastiodon, and Bastiodon does have Sturdy. It does have Stone Edge, but I think it doesn't really matter. I think I'm gonna bite once, just try to get a flinch off. If I get the flinch, it goes for Iron Defense. I actually don't even know if I KO through this anymore. But here's an Aqua Tail anyways. Plus 3 defense. Yeah, oh my god, you do so much. And that actually gives you the Citrus Berry back, and that lets you Stone Edge. And that's a crit Stone Edge. That's a crit Stone Edge! 8 HP? Oh my goodness. And now I have to think about the problems that I have to deal with. So, I have one of two choices. I stay in and deal with an inaccurate move. If I miss, I lose Gyarados. If I miss, I lose Gyarados. If I don't miss... Oh my god. Okay, I don't think I want to risk Gyarados. Like, Gyarados is just, like, so good. I can't Hidden Power Fire here anymore, though, either. Okay. I don't think Gabite's the correct play. Is Gabite the correct play? It's not with the rain up, though. And rain doesn't go away once you set it in this game. So I've maybe actually screwed myself out of Gabite being good. Okay. Magnezone coming out. He missed his Stone Edge anyways. Oh, the rain stopped! No, okay, that... Okay, so maybe I should have gone the other route, but it's okay. Well, Hidden Power Fire here. It's neutral damage. But we get a crit, and so we're never punished. So, Bryson is defeated by our 3 Pokemon, and that is all that she wrote. So Bryson's down and out. Yeah, bye-bye, Bryson. That is Flash Cannon, and Flash Cannon is going to immediately also make the moveset. We'll get rid of Discharge. And then that is our fully set up Magnezone ready to go, so that works out perfectly. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, sorry, Barry. I can't go to the library because I can't read. See ya. Okay, heal up first. I need my team back. That's what I need. Spiritomb back on the squad, Venusaur back on the squad, and Torkoal back on the squad. I mean, I guess if something would have happened to Gyarados, then I would have not. That was a crit, though. That did so much damage. Like, if it wouldn't have, I actually think that it's Shellos that would have been the answer. Because without having huge power, Azumarill's, like, not great. Like, I think that's what I would have had to do. Yeah, that's terrifying. I have a ton of great answers for ground types. Like, something happens to Gabite, like, I have monsters on deck. Something happens to Magnezone, monster on deck. Something happens to, like, Torkoal, like, I have... Well, something happens to Torkoal, I actually don't have a whole lot, actually. Well, I mean, technically I have Houndour, so that's, like, monster on deck. Yeah, there's just so... And that technically would actually free up Spiritomb. I wouldn't have to use Spiritomb for, like... Because, like... Spiritomb kind of handles, like, Psychic types, and if, like, Houndour just handles both, like, that, like, would solve 2 problems with 1 Pokemon, so there's that, but... Anyways, what we're gonna do, though, is we're gonna heal up, we're gonna wrap today's episode right here. Thanks for watching, click like if you liked the video, subscribe if you really liked it, and we will see you guys